Arab Emirates is a federation of 7 monarchies that are Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Qawain. The UAE has an open economy with a high per capita income and a sizable annual trade surplus. Economic diversification has reduced the oil and gas sector's portion of GDP to 30%. In 2018, Abu Dhabi launched the 5 billion Garden 21, which is the Tomorrow 2021 development plan aimed at boosting competitiveness and entrepreneurship. Dubai is an important tourist destination and its port, which is the Jebel Ali, operates at the center of the exporting trade in the Middle East. With the introduction of the Dubai International Financial Centre (DIFC) in 2004, it has allowed Dubai to develop as a global hub for service industry, such as IT and finance. Dubai is the second wealthiest in the UAE after Abu Dhabi, which is the capital state. Most tourists believe Dubai's revenues came primarily from oil, but in fact, it only used moderate amount of oil reserve to generate the infrastructure for trade, manufacturing and tourism in order to build up Dubai's economy. United Arab Emirates gross domestic product in constant price growth rate in 2018 was 1.7%. Though UAE real GDP growth fluctuated substantially in recent years, on 2009, it showed a negative value and increased until 2011, but from 2012 until 2016, the value up and down, and on 2017 and 2018, the value was increased and the value ending at 1.7% in 2018. In 2018, the population of United Arab Emirates was 9,542,000. Population of United Arab Emirates increased from 9,154,000 in 2015 to 9,542,000 in 2018, growing at an average annual rate of 1.39%. UAE population increased from year to year. The name of the currency in Dubai and the United Arab Emirates is the dirham, also known as AED or Arab Emirate Dirham, also commonly abbreviated to DHS or DH. There are 100 fields in a dirham. Notes come in denominations of 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500 and 1000 dirhams.
The United Arab Emirates is the second largest country in the Middle East after Saudi Arabia with a GDP Arab Emirate dirhams 1.46 trillion in 2014. The Emirates have been successfully diversifying their economy. Its economy remains extremely reliant on petroleum. With the exception of Dubai, most of the UAE is dependent on oil revenues. Petroleum and natural gas continue to play a central role in the economy, especially in Abu Dhabi. More than 85% of the UAE's economy was based on the oil exports in 2009, while Abu Dhabi and other UAE Emirates have remained relatively conservative in their approach to diversification. Dubai, which has far smaller oil reserve, was bolder in its diversification policy. In 2011, oil exports accounted for 77% to the UAE state budget. Tourism is one of the bigger non-oil sources of revenue in the UAE, with some of the world's most luxurious hotel and Burj Khalifa as the highest tower in the world, being based in the UAE. A massive construction boom, an expanding manufacturing base, and a thriving service sector are helping the UAE diversify its economy. Nationwide, there is currently 350 billion worth of active construction projects. The UAE is a mixed free market economy based on oil and natural gas production, and these industries combined take up more than a quarter of UAE gross domestic product (GDP). Over the past 2 decades, the UAE's economic diversification program has led to the rise of several non-oil sectors that now make up a significant percentage of the UAE's GDP. Manufacturing 12.6%, commerce and hotels 11.4%, real estate 9.1%, construction 8.6%, transportation 7.3%, and finance and insurance 6.4%. The UAE also has a strong export sector. Government services account for nearly 11% of GDP. Industrial growth has been assisted by free trade zones including Jabal Ali in Dubai, which have been magnets for international firms. In recent years, Dubai has succeeded in attracting high-profile technology firms to the Emirates. Internet City, including Microsoft, Oracle, Hewlett-Packard, and Cisco system.
Okay, next I will talk about inflation rate. The inflation rate of UAE decreased from 2009 until 2010, but 2010 and 2011 was stayed a constant value. It's 0.9% and decreased to 0.7% on 2012. In 2012 until 2015 was a state increase inflation rate 8.2%. In 2015-2016, the rate was decreased and increased from 2016 until 2018.
Today I will discuss about unemployment rate in UAE. Unemployment rate in UAE decreased from 2019 until 2016 at value 22.61% and increased from 2017 until 2018 at value 3.38%.
Now I will talk about review of inflation rate. Inflation measured by the consumer of acquiring a basket of goods. Data of inflation should be below 4% because it considers price stability. We can see on 2015, IR of UAE was the highest value of inflation of 4.1%. On 2012, UAE was the lowest value of inflation is of 0.7%. It's considered a stable price because the value below 4%. When inflation high, the power of money will drawn and we call it an inverse relationship. Now I will share about unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is a number of unemployment people as percent of the labor force. Labor force does not include people who are not looking for work, children and the retired. The graph was dated 2010 until 2018 was considered as a full employment because unemployment rate because below 4%. But we can see on 2009 unemployment rate of UAE was up 4% and stayed the highest value 4.17%.
Monetary policy is a policy to control over the money supply by the central bank. The bank can use its tools to reduce the money supply. First, increase the discount rate. To lower the money supply, the central bank should increase the discount rate to commercial banks. Secondly, sell government securities when the central bank through the open market, which sell government securities, the bank will cut the money supply. Lastly, the central bank should increase the required reserve ratio. So commercial banks have to keep extra funds out of lending. All these suggestions would contribute to lower the high growth of money supply.
I will talk about how to overcome inflation rate based on fiscal policy inflation. Making change in taxes and government spending. Making change in taxes and government spending is called fiscal policy. The government should increase taxes or cut its spending in an attempt to prevent inflation from increasing. The UAE government should impose value-added taxes in addition to income taxes. that would activate the effectiveness of our fiscal policy to influence the whole economic activities in the country. The government can design one budget based on foreign currency and another budget based on domestic currencies. Value-added taxes can increase government revenues better than tariffs because the first can be imposed on sales price and cover both goods and service, while tariffs are imposed on import goods only.
Now we talk about monetary policy based on unemployment rate. Monetary policy would involve cutting interest rates. Lower rates decrease the cost of borrowing and encourage people to spend and invest. This increase AD and should also help to increase GDP and reduce demand deficient unemployment.
We'll talk about fiscal policy unemployment. Fiscal policy can decrease unemployment by helping to increase aggregate demand and the rate of economic growth. The government will need to pursue expansionary fiscal policy. This involves cutting taxes and increasing government spending. Lower taxes increases disposable income, therefore help to increase consumption, leading to higher aggregate demand. If firms produce more, there will be an increase in demand for workers and therefore lower demand efficient unemployment. Also, with higher aggregate demand and strong economic growth, fewer firms will go bankrupt, meaning fewer job losses.
The wrong side of the ocean, with all the tides against you. You never thought you'd be much good for anyone, but that's so far from the truth. I know there's pain in your heart, and you're covered in scars. Wish you could see what I